Chicken enchilada soup on a cold-ass dank day as winter is just coming, whether we like it or not. Anyway, this is like a warm soup. Good. It's more like chicken chili, but it's chicken enchilada soup. Chicken stock, cumin, chili powder. You can use chipotle if you want. Onion, garlic, enchilada sauce, mesa harina. And if you were lucky enough to have a mom that brought home Velveeta, I didn't. You were lucky. And some chicken, which I'm sauteing. We're going to pull apart. And let's get going. Doesn't that smell awesome?
Smells great.
I know. Alright, so we're sauteing a half a cup of onion and 1 garlic pressed. You can mince it if you want in a, microplaner like I showed you in that compound butter video. Then we're going to put 4 cups of chicken broth in there, which essentially is a box. So you try to buy shit so you don't got to measure. You know what I'm saying? If it calls for 4 cups, obviously 32 ounces. One of these boxes, throw in there. And then that mesa harina shit I was telling you about, it's roughly like a thickening agent, if you will. Look out, I gotta get a whisk up here. Anyway, you can get this shit at any grocery store. It's not like I shop at specialty stores. You throw 1 cup of this in with 2 cups of water. Just combine it. You know, it ain't gotta be whipped up, folded, fancy, anything like that. Just mix it up. Okay? And you throw that in the pot. And that goes. And you get yourself a cup of enchilada sauce, which is roughly like a can. You know, you can put the whole can in if you want. It's like a, you know, an extra 1/4 cup or whatever. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. That goes in. Spices, I think it was a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin. That goes in there. Then, my favorite Velveeta. People that don't call it cheese, they're liars. It's awesome, especially if you want something thick and creamy. So we'll throw all that in there. Then we're going to kick up the heat, bring it to a boil. Alright, once it comes to a boil, and while it's coming to a boil, make sure you stir this shit constantly because it will burn on the bottom and piss you right the fuck off. Alright, I took that couple of big chicken breasts. I buy them big. I need 1 pound, but I buy the biggest ones I can because that way I got to shred less. Best way to shred chicken is just with a couple of forks and just pull it apart. Pull it apart. That way if they get too big, you can just take your fork and just, you know, smash it up. It ain't a beauty contest, it's fucking soup. At any rate, okay, so we got our pound of chicken. We throw that in the pot. Okay, once that's in, now we actually, if you've got drippings left over from when you cook the chicken, fuck it, throw that in too. That's flavor. Don't throw that shit out, man. Never throw out like pan drippings and stuff. That's flavor. You're an idiot if you do. Anyway, you turn that down to a simmer for about 30-40 minutes, and then it'll be soup time. Get the soup here. Now, if it gets too thick, after about 30-40 minutes of simmering, just add a little chicken stock, maybe a cup, half a cup. Then what you do is ladle some in a bowl, obviously, or eat it right out of the pot. I'm just kidding. Anyways, and you can garnish it with like a pico de gallo, you know, like onion, some red onion, tomato, a little cilantro, chop it up. I don't really care for that. So what I do is I just put a little cheddar on top, and then finish it with a dollop. Okay? And that's what's for dinner.